Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Influence Podcast.
This here is episode 192.
That nigga about to cry.
He is.
He about to cry. He gonna cry in the car. It's episode 192.
Yes, sir.
As always, I'm Big Cuz.
And I'm that guy, PM.
And we are here for another week for your viewing and listening pleasure.
For sure. For sure.
For Shikatow. Now they making fun of this nigga throwing this shit. we got cops playing in the background, so if you hear us crack a little jokey joke, it's because people are doing goofy shit.
On cops.
On cops.
In front of cops.
In front of cops. Oh man, how you doing tonight, brother?
Shit, I'm alright. I'm here.
You and me both.
Shit. It's getting warmer, but it ain't warm.
Yeah.
It rained today.
I know.
So it's supposed to rain tomorrow too.
Is it? I need a decent day.
No, I do too. I'm hoping by Friday and Saturday.
I ain't got Friday. I gotta get prepared to go out of town Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why I said I hope Sunday's alright.
I hate working on Sunday.
Me too, but it looks like it's the only thing that can be done right now. I gotta get there and do some of this stuff in the yard, man.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's messing with me. A little too nippy. And then next week I need Sunday because next week, my baby girl graduates on Wednesday.
Oh, well, shit. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up.
I don't know how much. No, I should be all right.
What?
I'm talking about recording.
When is it? Wednesday night?
It's Wednesday during the day. I should be home. Everything should be fine. By the time
She's gonna be partying all night.
Yeah, that's her business. I'm coming back here to talk this shit in front of this camera. That's her motherfucking business. You understand me?
But you know how we do. If you need to go until Thursday, let me know.
I'll figure it out. I just got to figure out what time everything starts and should be over with. I've been to a couple of these things before. You think I'd remember, but I don't.
How many people is it?
What?
Seniors graduating.
I have no clue. It's always usually a pretty big class.
Yeah, it is. Usually is. From them, Warren and what? She go to LC?
LC.
Yeah, Warren and LC usually have pretty good turnout.
Yeah, because my niece, Debbie, that's been on the pod, Imani, she graduated from there. I went to hers.
Okay.
Then my oldest daughter, Jasmine, when she graduated from there, I went to hers. It was dope because got to be on my uncle duties too because Doughboy's oldest daughter graduated with Jasmine.
Okay.
So I was there for her graduation. And then this year, and my nephew, Talana, Monty's brother, Markel, he graduates with Leilani.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, so I get to be on uncle duty too. So I get to see my baby and my nephew graduate.
Shit, that's what's up.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all. A nice little smile on my face. And I got a couple of other homeboys found out their kids graduating from there this year. I didn't realize their kids went with my.
Oh shit. They probably friends and shit.
Yeah.
Don't even know it.
Yeah. I had a. That's what my daughter's boyfriend. When she found out who I was, she was like, "Tell your daddy so and so said hi." She's like, "You know my daddy?" She's like, "I've known your daddy for a very long time." She told me that shit. I said, "How you bumping her?" "That's my boyfriend's mama." I said, "Oh." Oh. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. We got some RIPs.
Yeah, I got one. How many you got?
I got two. Who you got?
You probably got him too. Phil Robertson.
That was my first one.
Yeah, the patriarch of the Duck Dynasty family.
Yeah.
Dies at 79. It says, I forget who this is by, but it says, my dad is gone to be with the Lord today. He will be missed, but we know he's in good hands. Mm-hmm. And our family is good because God is very good to us.
It was say he died after he had Alzheimer's and a few other things.
Oh, he was going through it then.
Yeah.
Well, shit, he got taken out.
Yeah.
Just to relieve the pain.
Yeah.
I mean, 79. Was 79, right?
79.
Yeah, that's a good age.
Yep, I ain't mad at that.
That's a good age.
Then,
I'll be looking to check out around then.
RP to Michael Chicago Mike
Who's
Sumler.
that?
He was a member of Kool and the Gang.
Okay.
One of the founding members of hip hop.
That's what's up.
He passed away at 71 today in a car crash.
That picture kind of like Arsenio.
Yeah, it's not.
That's what I thought it was. When I first seen it, I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, Chicago Mike of Kool and the Gang passed away at 71. A famed Michael Sumner, affectionately known as in the music world, Chicago Mike, has died following a car crash in Cobb County, Georgia. He was 71.
Cobb County.
Sumner, a longtime member of iconic funk and R&B group Kool and the Gang, was driving. Blah 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 blah. I'm not reading all that, man. Rest in peace, buddy.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. He was on the highway and something happened. Rest in peace, Chicago Mike.
Life is a highway.
I want to ride it all
I
night long.
want to ride it all night long.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah.
That's enough of the RIPs.
Alrighty.
So I'll kick it off, man. Your man's been going crazy today.
Who?
T Daddy.
What he did?
He's on a pardon and
Who did he pardon? I heard somebody. Oh, Larry Hoover. He didn't pardon him.
he
He got him out of his fair time, right?
yeah.
And so now he has to do his state time.
He's facing like 200 years of state time, but that's a step closer to trying to,
Overturn things. Mm-hmm. In a good way. Like that man had been locked up forever.
Yep. He pardoned the Chrisleys.
Oh, for real?
Yep, he sure did. He sure did.
Okay. He said they were legit business people.
He pardoned NBA YoungBoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he grant him citizenship too?
YoungBoy from here.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm thinking about
You think about Tory Lanez?
No, 21 Savage.
21 Savage. Oh, I think he got all that straightened out already.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he pardoned YoungBoy though.
What did young boy do?
He had all them guns, and remember he had them gun charges, and they accused him of running the drug ring over there in Colorado.
That's right. So that's the reason why we ain't heard from him in a long time.
He just got out like a week ago and dropped a music video.
Okay.
He's back on like house arrest, I think. He had moved back to Colorado.
Okay.
Or Utah or wherever he was at. And but yeah, he pardoned him.
Because he moved in like a secluded place where like nobody can be around him.
Get to him,
nobody.
Yeah. Up there on Gravedigger Mountain. That's what they call it.
Damn. I thought you was making a joke.
No. That's what they call it. Nigga has a whole mountain out there. Yeah, NBA YoungBoy officially been pardoned by Donald Trump.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who else he done got?
He got a few other people, man. It was I can't remember dude's name. I remember what he did though. The nigga was stealing from his employees. He's a CEO of some company, and you know how like when you get paid, they withhold money for your Social Security and like for your 401k.
Yeah.
Nigga was not putting the money in the Social Security 401k. Nigga was putting this shit in his account and balling. Nigga bought a yacht. Nigga bought a mansion. Nigga bought.
He said these is fun coupons.
Yeah. Motherfuckers working their ass off to get their check. Like, all right, well, 401k and Social Security, nigga, not at all.
Mine. It's all me, slave.
He pardoned a few other motherfuckers. I can't think of who else it was though, but I know the Chrisleys was a big one. That dude, him clearing out Larry Hoover's fair time, and then young boy.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure, goddamn it, he gonna get one sooner or later, because it's clearly for purchase.
Yeah.
Why would Trump know anything about young boy?
One thing about Exotic Joe.
Oh, I was gonna talk about that in a second.
Oh, for real?
He lost his shit. We can talk about he's fussing because he still didn't get pardoned.
He better have that money.
Yeah, he
him and his new husband.
The new husband got deported. We ain't talking about that.
No.
The new husband. Oh, we didn't talk about that.
No.
All right, so boom. Let me put you up on game.
That's fucking hilarious.
Let me put you up on game. So he got married again in there, right? All right, I'll read that in a second. He got married again in there, and last week maybe the husband got released, and they immediately deported him.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So they was doing a thing and they found these pictures that he had left for Joe Exotic, and somehow my man's was managing to like put stuff on his asshole and like sit it on the paper, and so he left him like, you know how you like put kisses on paper. He left him like little asshole blots.
Butt prints?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. To remember him by.
I hate to see I had to go through that mail. Like, what is these? What is these spider webs? What is what is these? What's that nigga name? The new nigga, the new black nigga, 607 Unc or whatever. What's his name? And when he told Meek Mills, he said, "I can tell if you gay now by the wrinkles in your booty hole."
Hey, he's a show that asshole.
You got 24 hours.
So yeah, not the ass.
Just the hole.
Just the hole. Swear to God on my mom.
Oh my God.
That nigga's hilarious, man.
But imagine somebody asking, like, what are these? Like,
Yeah. And that's what he left, man. That's what he left. And then this was on Joe Exotic's Twitter today.
That's nasty.
Oh man, hold on.
I wish you never told me about that. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
this was called Letters to Joe. Oh no!
I had to find them.
It's real.
Yes, I had to find them for you.
Yeah, this was called Letters to Joe.
I had to find them for you.
Fucked up. They look like real kisses.
No, they don't. Look closely.
I see.
No, they don't.
How did he do that?
I don't know. He was puckering that motherfucker up. He was puckering that motherfucker up, brother.
Oh, that's terrible.
He was puckering that motherfucker up, bro.
Oh my God.
I can't believe we didn't talk about that.
Talk about scratch and sniff.
I feel like I did you a disservice that I hadn't brought that up.
I got tears.
Oh man, so all right, so now we got that away. And Joe's pissed about not being pardoned, so he was on Twitter going crazy today and said, "I guess being innocent is not enough in America. They all admitted to perjury on the world television, but yet I'm left here to die of cancer before I get any help. Why is it the entire world can see the evidence, but the White House refuses to acknowledge that they did this to me, knowing that they were lying?"
Yeah, get your money up, Joe.
Yeah, you got to pay for it, baby.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
It is not about wrong or right, baby. It is about that bag.
Yeah, get your money up, Joe.
That's why I've said it a million times. That's why I'm pretty sure Diddy can get that shit squared away.
Yeah, he need to go ahead and put that.
And shit, Tory people need to get with him too.
He need to put that letter up for auction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Call it Purple Kisses.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez need to get with him too.
Yes,
I know Tory got a bag, nigga. Give old T Daddy some money, man. He'll pardon you.
I'm gonna start out with that one.
Which one?
Tory Lanez. So this is not Tory Lanez. This is about his
attacker.
His attacker.
I read that. I read about him too.
Yeah, it says Tory Lanez prison attacker Santino Casio explaining why he stabbed him.
I thought Tory was on his ass.
Yeah, he says Santino Casio, the convicted man accused of repeatedly stabbing Tory Lanez in prison, recently opened up about why he attacked him. So during the phone conversation, Casio said he acted in self-defense after suspecting Lanez was trying to kill him, as he had allegedly put a bounty on his head. Casio claimed he became aware of the said bounty that Lanes had on him through rumors circulated in their prison facility.
Yeah.
Said Casio and Lanes were inmates at the California Correctional Institution before the singer rapper blah blah blah. Who gives a fuck? Says Casio claimed that not too long after hearing the rumors, he encountered Lanes and noticed that the Jerry Sprunger singer had a lump in his pocket. Okay. He said he had a lump in his pocket, leading him to suspect that he was carrying a weapon. Says Casio claimed that that was the reason he initiated the attack and stabbed Lanes multiple times, he did not intend to kill him. He also described the incident as unexpected because he and Lanes were initially on good terms while they were being held in the joint cells there.
Yeah, they were neighbors.
I ain't reading no more of this shit because all the rest of it is just backplay.
Yeah, they were neighbors. They weren't cellies. They didn't share the same cell, but their cells was next to each other or across from each other, one or two. And they was cool, and then they fell out. And supposedly he said he caught, like you said, he caught word that he was on his ass, so he got on him first.
Which is a good play in prison.
Yeah, and then that's what he said. The one I said when I read, he was like, "Man, it didn't work out like that." He's like, "But shit, we both got to live with our decisions."
Yeah.
He said what he said. I did what I did.
Shit.
And they moved Tory at a different facility now. They moved him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But what I don't agree with is I didn't want to kill him. Nigga, you stabbed him 14 times.
In the head, too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He got a few in the head.
Ouch. Ooh.
Yeah, nigga, you tried to kill him, nigga.
Yeah, you tried to kill him. That's attempted murder.
It's what's Buddy here stabbed some Knick fans the other day.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought we didn't have no violence.
Nah, we had some.
Fuck.
Yeah. What's his name? 24-year-old man has been charged with allegedly stabbing a man in the back during a fight with two Knick fans at a Carmel, Indiana brewery during the playoff game.
Oh shit, he's up in Carmel.
Yeah, buddy, right there. I don't know his name.
You like Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah, they was up in Carmel. I think Jason Owens, or so maybe this is his name. I don't know. No, this is his name. Jared Funk.
So he look like a funk.
Yeah. He up in the Hamilton County.
When the funk hits the fan, got chitlins, grits, and hams.
Yep, he stabbed that man. That was just a random. Was that it for that?
Yeah, that was it for that. I wasn't gonna go into all that, because we all know.
Yeah.
What happened prior? They do that shit. They give you 2 paragraphs about what happened, and then talk about some past shit.
Other shit. My man done some goofy shit. Jaheim, the singer.
That's the nigga going bald right now, right?
Yeah. He been going bald, but won't let the hair go.
Yeah.
He done got fucked up, man. Play with them dogs, man.
Dogs.
You know, the white folks don't play with them dogs.
What he do now?
Jaheim arrested on charges of animal cruelty in Georgia. R&B singer Jaheim, best known for his early 2000s hits Put That Woman First and Fabulous, has once again found himself facing legal troubles. The Grammy-nominated artist was arrested on May 1st in Fulton County, Georgia, and charged with 6 counts of animal cruelty. Court documents allege that Jaheim failed to provide adequate water, sanitary conditions, and proper ventilation for several dogs that were in his care. The dogs involved in the case are reportedly named Tweet, Tip, Taka, Tink, Timber, and Tagger. Why did I need to know that? I'll let you know how many white folks care about them dogs.
It sound like Black Santa Claus.
Yeah. This isn't Jaheim's first run-in with the law regarding animal welfare. In September 2021, he was arrested in Hillsborough, New Jersey. But I say, because he's from Jersey. What are you doing in Atlanta? After police discovered 15 dogs living in dangerous and unsanitary conditions at his home. Officers initially responded to a call about a dog in distress and found multiple dogs crated outside in extreme conditions. One dog was in such poor health it had to be euthanized. Authorities found 9 additional dogs inside the home, many of them without food and water. At the time, Jaheim was charged with third-degree animal cruelty and several counts of failure to provide a place for them to be. He dealt with that through some fines and some other shit, but they better get on his ass about it now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I got him.
He ain't put that dog first. Should've.
I wish I found this motherfucker though. Says
Funk hits the fan.
cartel leader with $1 million U.S. bounty on his head killed in Mexico.
Jesus.
Yeah, it says the leader of the notorious Mexican drug cartel who had a bounty on his head in the United States has died in a clash with army troops. Something state where the powerful cartel or of the same name is based is enduring a war between two rival factions that have left 1,200 people dead since September. Jorge Humberto Figueroa, who went by the nickname El Paris, I don't know what the fuck that means. Maybe it's the dogs, I don't know. But he was shot and killed Friday in a raid carried out to arresting Public Safety Secretary Omar Garcia Harfuch. It's Harfuch.
His last name is Hardfuck.
Harfuch. I'm gonna call him Harfuch. He wrote on the social media. It said the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, have been offering up to $1 million for the information leading to his arrest on suspicion of fentanyl trafficking and money laundering. Figueroa was one of the masterminds of an infamous clash with the authorities in 2019 in the city of Cali Asan, Harfuch said. In that case, cartel members fought security forces who arrested Ovidio Guzman, a son of Sinaloa cartel, co-founder Joaquin El Chapo Guzman.
Yeah, El Chapo.
Mexican authorities.
Oh, he was his right-hand man.
Yeah, okay. Mexican authorities controversially released Ovidio Guzman at the time, saying they wanted to avoid further bloodshed. But he ultimately was rearrested in 2023 and extradited to the United States, where he remains in custody.
He wasn't released. He escaped.
From here? I thought they got him and put him in Denver.
Yeah, when they
El Chapo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who they saying was released?
They saying that he was released. It says but he was,
that guy.
No, this is saying him. Hold on.
Yeah, 'cause he escaped and was captured again. And then they released
him.
Hold on.
They talking about Ovidio.
Okay.
I thought they was the same name because they just said El Chapo earlier. Okay. Says he was ultimately released in 2023 and extradited to the United States, where he remains in custody. Says earlier this month, Harfuch confirmed that 17 he confirmed that 17 family members of cartel leaders crossed into the United States recently as part of a deal between Ovidio Guzman and the Trump administration. Mm-hmm. El Chapo's ex-wife, Griselda Lopez Perez, and her daughter were among the family members to enter the U.S. local media reported.
We talked about that because she told on a bunch of motherfuckers. They brought her over to safe haven.
Then it says, Mexican press said that Figueroa belonged to a Sinaloa cartel.
Sinaloa cartel?
Yeah, Sinaloa cartel faction run by the sons of the older Guzman, who was serving a life sentence in the United States. So this group has been fighting another faction led by heirs of cartel co-founder Ismael El Mayo Zambada, who was lured to the United States in a sting operation in 2024 and arrested.
Yep. I remember when they got him.
That's crazy.
The thing is, they be locking them niggas up, bro. Them niggas still in charge, bro.
Yeah, they still in charge.
Like you can put them niggas on 23-hour lockdown with no communication with the outside world. Bro, they still getting information out that bitch.
But of course.
Them COs and shit don't make enough money, nigga. Them people offering them tons of money to pass messages.
That's it.
Not even to bring nothing in.
Just messages.
Just messages.
I'm passing a message.
And when you get out, man, call Terry, man. Tell that nigga I said boom, 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 boom. My people will wire you XYZ every month.
I got you.
Yeah. Man, have you seen what has to be the funniest trend in the world on TikTok? Where men call other men and tell them good night?
Man, that shit is hilarious.
Bruh.
I was watching like 30 minutes of that shit.
Bro, I was sitting there dying. Nigga like, man, nah, what's going on, bro? Like, nah, just kind of tell you good night. Nigga, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah, you alright?
You alright?
Everything over there, y'all good? What's wrong with you? Kind of telling me good night.
Hey, the one nigga lost. He said, fuck, nigga, what you call him?
Now, the one dude that was all the way with it, though. Yeah, good night, man. He's like, sweet dreams. Like,
what?
Sweet dreams to you, nigga. Like, what?
Yeah, because that's the funniest shit. When they say shit to push you overboard.
Yeah.
My buddy said, told nigga sweet dreams, nigga. That shit was so motherfucking funny, bro.
That is funny, though. That's hilarious.
Hey,
because it's harmless.
Yeah.
It's very fucking harmless and it's awkward.
And see, that's a good prank.
Oh, I got another one for you. Go ahead.
That's a good prank, bro. Like some of that shit that they be doing, them pranks is trash. Yeah. That's a good prank. That's hilarious.
I seen one where a dude was walking around Walmart and he'd be like casually talking to people as they shopping or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Oh, you got this? Where'd you get that from?" And they'd be like, "Oh," and he'd be like, "Thank you." And then he just walks on off and shit. They'd be like, "What?" That shit's cool. You know what I'm saying?
One dude is funny too. The nigga that be asking they need shit, or if they do something, if they had $1 and they tell him no, and he goes, "Well, let me give you one. Since you're doing so bad out here." You're like, "No, I don't need $1." He was like, "But how are you gonna buy stuff?" You know?
No, the funniest one I seen though, because people be doing this, and they, you know, when you see a motherfucker with a camera in Walmart shopping, so he went to the toy aisle, seen the lady shopping for her son's birthday. He said, "What are you doing?" She said, I'm shopping for my son's birthday. They said, "Well, you know what? You're in luck. I'm going to help you out." And she said, "Well, by what?" He said, "You got 30 seconds. Put anything in this cart, and I got you." And she was like, "For real?" He was like, 1, 2, and she started scrambling. And he's like helping her put shit in the cart. And she gets done. He looks at her, he said, "That's all you want?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "Good luck with that." And then he walks the fuck out.
Oh, no.
And she had like $200 Legos and shit, all types of shit in her cart.
It was the one buddy that got some AirPods from in the back in the electronics department. And then he walked up to a random lady in the store and gave them to her. Like, look what you doing. I'm just giving away stuff today for, for blah, blah, blah. So she had them in her purse. Then they was like tucked off in the back. And watched her walk out the front door with him, and the shit start going off.
That's fucked up.
I said, "That's fucked up."
You can really get her in trouble.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That is fucked up.
I tell you what, that's fucked up. I ain't got no articles on it. I don't know if you pay attention to it. That Streamers University.
Yeah. That shit look fire.
That shit's over. It's done. They had to end that shit early. You know what happened?
What happened?
The nigga I was talking about, well, he's involved. I'm not implicating that he did it, but he's involved. His name is around it. That nigga Deshae Frost.
Mm-hmm.
I guess allegedly him or someone else shot a girl with an Orby in the eye.
Oh no!
And that was one of the other reasons why they had to shut that shit down. And then he snuck like a whole bunch of the students out
to a party and shit
after he got expelled.
Yeah. That shit was. I mean, it was a real big success, and I meant to even like without that, before that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the like lesser known streamers, they got their shit up real good. A lot of the more known streamers, everybody got their shit up real good. But even for Kai, like he was talking about how some of the bigger platforms reached out and they wanted to buy it and have it on their shit.
Dope.
And he told them no. He wanted to keep it on his shit.
Right.
He like, nah, man. Like every time we do anything, y'all want to come and
trying to get in a part of it.
Yeah.
But y'all don't want to be a part.
But y'all don't want to be a part of it because I couldn't have brought you this original idea and you funded it.
Right.
Yeah, but now that I put in all the work, now y'all want to eat like, nah, nigga, this is on my shit.
He ran it like how he's supposed to run it.
Hey, man, that boy is, he's the wave, man.
Nah, he is. He tapped in at the right time.
Yeah, he's the wave. And he had a lot of motherfuckers on there, man. They were showing like a lot of the, because they were trying to say like a lot of the smaller streamers wasn't fucking with the bigger streamers. And I mean, the bigger streamers wasn't fucking with the smaller streamers. But then they was like showing that people were just lying, basically. Cause
because they was all collabing.
Yeah.
I just didn't see some of the ones that I watched that I thought would have been there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how he picked them. But they was like, motherfucker was like, he must be only picking his friends. And they was showing people, was like, nigga, there's no way this person could be his friend.
Yeah. Like a little chick that got picked from here. She was on TikTok talking about it. Like, is that my name? That's my name. I don't even know him.
There's a nigga picked from here too.
Yeah.
Cause he was under doing the jigglate and all that shit.
Showing Kai how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That shit was alright, man.
I tell you what,
was alright.
what ain't alright.
What's that?
This nigga, I call it spot him. A man was arrested after he followed police through the city.
He followed him through the city?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is here.
Really?
Yeah, it says a man was arrested after he allegedly followed an undercover detective through Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
Reportedly believing that he was an op. That's OPP.
Oh, he was trying to slide.
Yeah, Antoine Stott, 36, was charged with the following offenses: resisting law enforcement, criminal recklessness, dealing marijuana, possession of marijuana, resisting law enforcement, and reckless driving.
Oh, shit.
Authorities with the Indianapolis Crime Guns Task Force were conducting an investigation on Tuesday, May 20th, at the 6400 block of Hoover Road when Stott allegedly mistook an undercover detective for a member of an opposite group. It says
he was trying to slide.
Yeah, he said he reportedly attempted to block the detective's unmarked vehicle. Then he chased the officer for approximately 2 miles.
Oh, shit.
The undercover detectives then radioed for assistance. The backup officers attempted to conduct a traffic stop, but a pursuit ensued.
He took him on he fled.
Stott first fled in his car, then eventually on foot. He was located with the help of additional police and K9 units.
Oh, wow.
And they don't even show this man's face. But I was like, that's some crazy ass shit.
This nigga thought he was about to pull down on them people, nigga, and it was ended up being them people. But shit, he's about that action, just with the wrong people.
With the wrong motherfuckers.
Man, you see old T Daddy, they said no more pennies.
Yeah, I seen that, but that's gonna be kind of hard.
I know.
You have to round up and round down, I guess.
I know. It's official. The U.S. Treasury Department has announced that they will stop the production of new pennies by early 2026.
Oh, shit.
Said it cost the country 2 cents to make every penny.
Ooh.
Yeah. The U.S. Treasury Department has announced that it will cease the production, making the end of the coin that has been in circulation since 1793. This decision comes after T. Daddy directed the Treasury to halt penny production, citing the high cost of minting the coin, which exceeds face value. The move is expected to save the government approximately $56 million annually, as each penny costs nearly 3 cents to produce.
They give away more money than that.
Yeah.
The hell, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, I got some sad news.
What happened?
Hostess.
The cupcakes?
Yeah.
They shutting down?
Yeah, it says Smucker announces closure of Indianapolis Hostess plant.
Really?
Yes, sir. It says the Hostess plant on East 30th Street and Shaylin Road in Indianapolis will be shut down by 2026. The J.M. Smucker Company announced on Tuesday.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it says when Smucker took over in November of 2023, the plant, as well as others in the U.S. and Canada, made Hostess donuts, Twinkies, cupcakes, Ding Dong Zingers, and coffee cakes. Smucker says it hopes to consolidate its operations. The Smucker website says the Indianapolis plant employs 371 people.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis plant at 30th and Shaylin opened in 1957, moving Wonder Bread production
Yeah.
from the downtown Indianapolis bakery that opened in May 1921 as Taggart Baking Company. In its heyday, the plant at 30th and Shaylin employed hundreds of people and even hosted school children on tours at the plant as it
did.
made bread. The plant had a bakery store that closed in 2012, and I remember all that. But one thing about that plant, though, whenever they fucking took over, nigga,
Yeah.
they lost the smell.
Yeah, because they stopped making bread.
That's what it was?
Yeah, they stopped making Wonder Bread.
Okay.
Because that was the smell that we always smelled.
That was, man, as soon as you get to that,
As soon as you hit the corner, as soon as you get close to it.
my goodness, it was the
Make you
best
hungry in the
part of
bush.
riding on the east side.
Yeah.
It made you know where you was, made me know I was back in Indianapolis.
I gotta goddamn it go down the street and child in my man's my neighbor Ballhead 3 doors down. He has to have worked there 20 years. He was a because I don't know if you remember when they shut it down from Wonder Bread, there was like a 3-month period between 3 or 4 month period between it becoming Hostess. It just shut down. Everybody was laid off.
I didn't know that.
He was a manager for Wonder Bread, and they put him on like unemployment until it opened back up, and then he went back on for Hostess. He been there. He moved down there when I'm 40. He moved down there when I was 11 or 12,
Oh, Jesus.
and he's been there the whole time. Wonder Bread and Hostess. He's been Hostess since it opened. He's been Wonder Bread. So I'm wondering if he gonna go ahead and retire. I'm gonna have to go down there and holler at him. I just talked to him yesterday too.
To forced retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I wonder what they're gonna do because he been there as long as I've known.
That's what's up.
He used to always bring snacks and shit back from the job for my kids. You know, my kids was young.
And they always just give them to him.
Yeah, and he like, come down here, B. And I go down there and he'd have piles of donuts and bags and boxes of shit.
I could never get in there as far as working.
Yeah, you been there the whole rip.
Yeah. Every time the motherfucker tried, you get no response.
Been there the whole rip. And then like I think he took when they turned it into Hostess, I think he took a demotion as far as his role, but they didn't demote his pay. 'Cause, you know, they merged.
Right.
So they brought over whoever they had, Hostess had already for his position. They put him there and put him underneath him. But they kept his pay. And he was like, nigga, that's fine with me. Same money and less responsibility. Because, you know, when you in charge, nigga, you in charge of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
He was like, nigga, they act like that was supposed to hurt my feelings. Nigga, he said, when they told me that they wasn't going to change my pay, I was like, shit, nigga, we good. I tell you ain't good. Motherfuckers getting arrested for helping them niggas that escaped. There's still 2 out on the law.
Still 2 out. Yeah, they just caught dude yesterday or the day before.
One of them is the nigga that orchestrated it all.
That's still out?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Because the one they just caught, they thought that he was going to be the last one to get caught.
yeah.
Yeah.
2 women have been arrested for helping New Orleans inmates. One woman was Leo Tate's getaway driver, and the other woman helped Corey with food and clothes. Nigga, it was a nigga grandma, nigga.
Oh, well, hell, what they expect?
2 women, Courtney Harris and Cavante Baptiste, have been arrested for allegedly aiding the inmates to escape New Orleans Justice Center. The arrest comes as a part of the ongoing manhunt for the remaining escapees. Courtney Harris, 32, from New Orleans, is accused of being in phone contact with one of the 5 escapees still at large and driving 2 of the fugitives to multiple locations in New Orleans. She is believed to have assisted Leo Tate. Convey Baptiste, 38, from this isn't the nigga's grandma, is accused of communicating with escapee Corey Boyd via phone and social media and helping him get food while he was hiding. Boyd was captured on Tuesday night. Both of them were booked into the center, and face up to 5 years in prison if convicted.
Damn, they about to escape too.
I ain't got the other story. One of them niggas' grandmas got arrested.
Damn,
Yeah, Granny got arrested, bro.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, it's part of the game, baby.
It's just all cat and mouse game.
Part of the game. The baby, the rapper. They dropped. Remember when he beat up that girl brother in the bowling alley?
Yeah.
They just dropped the nigga's
They beat up,
lawsuit.
what's that nigga's name? Cohort?
Cam
Cam
Cohort.
Cohort.
He dead now.
Huh?
Yep.
For real?
Mm-hmm. He
Damn.
overdose, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Opioids.
I thought you were gonna say he got shot up or something. I could see that too, but I didn't know he was on a drug head like that.
Yeah, he probably wasn't.
Probably had to get that beat down by the baby in the jewelry store. He probably had to take some.
But you know, the baby been fighting. Buddy been suing him for $4 million since that happened.
$4 million?
Yeah,
Didn't he start it?
they finally dismissed it.
Thank you.
Los Angeles judge has dismissed Brandon Bill's assault and battery lawsuit against the baby. The judge ruled that Bills failed to serve the rapper with the required time frame, despite having more than 3 years to do so. Oh, he couldn't serve him. Bill's lawyers argued that the baby's hectic schedule made him difficult to locate. Judge Coden rejected the explanation. He pointed out that the court had even authorized service by publication in 2024, an option Bill never pursued. Judge Cotton sided the defense, dismissing the lawsuit with prejudice. That ruling prevents Bill from refiling the case in the future, effectively closing the matter for good.
Dismissed with prejudice?
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, he can't touch that no more.
Yeah, it's over.
Speaking of the baby, I'm glad you brought up the baby again.
That's not my baby.
So I feel real stupid
Why?
because I did not. This is one fucking creative and very skilled DJ.
Who?
Some cat name, I don't know if it's his name, but his channel on YouTube is Memphis. It's MEMPHEES, right? So I've been thinking, cause I went down to a big extra plug and OT that Mexican
Yeah.
rabbit holes here lately and shit. So I found a couple songs and shit, tracks with them on there. I'm like, oh cool, about time some niggas did some 5-minute tracks. You know what I'm saying?
No, sir.
He done took their vocals and put them on different, like his overlay track, and it sounds like one whole song.
Yeah.
And it sounds so good because they all sound like they're talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
But it's OT that Mexican, Big Extra Plug, and the baby, and it's multiple tracks of these
I was like,
motherfuckers.
some niggas ain't did those songs together.
Yeah, that's what I figured out. And then cause I was trying to look for a certain song, I'm like, man, what's the name of that song? And then I go to the comments and they was like, this is the first time that I've ever loved a fake track in my life. I'm like, what are they talking about? Fake tracks? And then they start talking about, yeah, whoever's cutting and flip, because he even got the videos to go with what
He's
they.
cutting and flipping. He's doing a hell of a job.
It's nice. But the motherfucking songs sound like they so real. And I feel so stupid. But
is their lyrics? He just putting them on his own. He cutting
on
and
his
pasting
own beat, yeah. And it's timed up right.
Yeah.
And it like the subject matter matches.
Nigga doing good. Buddy used to do that, man. From here, Be Nasty.
Yeah.
He used to do those Blendmaster TVs.
Yeah. No, those were tight.
Yeah.
Those were tight.
Back in the day when we had all the TVs in the car, I would buy those because you could put them in
And they would play.
and they would play the videos, but you could play the music.
Yep.
So your shit would be matching up. Yeah, because prior to that, I used to always keep a corno playing, and then I was informed
You get in trouble for
by
that.
law enforcement that I could get in grave trouble
Yeah. Big
for
trouble.
that. So he gave me the option to pop that motherfucker on up out of there, and didn't give me that ticket. He was like, "Man, you young, so I'm not gonna ruin your life. But listen, this is what I can do to you." He said, "Man, that is technically considered something about
Like
child.
child endangerment or
Yeah,
exposure
he's
to
like,
children,
yeah,
something like
he's
that.
like, nigga, you can get on the pedophile list behind this.
Yep.
Like what? He's like,
And
nigga,
just
you
because it's
riding
in your
down the
car,
street
but other
and
people
kids
can see it. Yeah.
See, nigga, you got at the time I had like
Big ass screens.
3 of them hanging from the ceiling, and then I had one in each headrest, out the dash, and one in each visor. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8 screens. He's like, nigga, everyone can see this, and you did this so everyone can see it. I was like, this is correct.
Them was the days, boy.
Back when we used to call them TVs from the ceiling Whoppers. They go get 3 big Whoppers dropped in that motherfucker. They're like 21-inch screens coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Big boys.
Nobody does that no more, really. They're all not even the ones in the headrest, really.
They do the headrest still.
But you barely see them. Like,
Yeah, they do the look like the newer cars got, which is the screen's like mounted and it's not actually in the headrest, it's behind the headrest because they're bigger and they're like touchscreen and shit.
okay.
Like my baby mama Escalade got that big ass screen like this big, mounted each seat and touch it. And the car got internet and shit. And the TV's got Netflix. You can watch. You know what I'm saying? Man, those are the days.
Yes, they were.
Those are the days. I think it's
break, cause I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Shit,
Talk about them niggas.
let's do it.
It's break time.
I ain't gotta use the restroom.
Break time. Oh, congrats to the. You turn it off. Okay. Congrats to OKC
Oh yeah.
for making. They going to the finals, man. We just watched a hell of a game.
Well, you watched it. I came on.
Well, yeah. I just watched,
It's over
watched
with.
them stomp the shit out the Timberwolves. So now we're waiting to see if they gon' if the Pacers can
Hold
finish off the Knicks. They just got to finish them off. They just need to win one more game.
Yes,
They
they
up
do.
3-1.
Let's see what they do. I ain't gonna hold my breath, but we're gonna see what they do.
It'd be hard for them niggas to lose 3 straight games because that's what they'd have to do to lose.
Hell yeah.
But it's happened before.
Oh, it has. Oh, it
It's
has.
happened before. And that was it. That was break time. Break time. Right now. Back in full effect.
Yes, sir. Let's get ready for these Florida men.
Florida man, I got one.
I got 2. All right.
I'm going between you.
Yes, sir. This is a $5 beer. Is what it's called.
$5 beer.
Florida man tried to kill another man over a $5 beer.
Jesus Christ.
So the Florida man was arrested over the weekend after police said he shot another man over $5 beer. The Dayton Police Department, or Dayton, however you pronounce it, said it was called to McCabe's Bar on Amelia Avenue in Dayton around 2 a.m. on Saturday to investigate a shooting. According to the police, 55-year-old Calvin Gilbert had been drinking with a man he didn't know at the bar that night. Witnesses said Gilbert bought a $5 beer for the man. At closing time, police said Gilbert confronted the victim outside the bar, demanded to be reimbursed for the drink. After the 2 men started to argue, police said Gilbert drew a black handgun and fired 1 round. The victim was not struck as he ducked to avoid the shot. The bullet hit an exterior cooler and penetrated a wall. Officers said the surveillance video captured the incident and Gilbert fleeing the scene in a tan 1999 Nissan Quest van. Investigators spoke with witnesses and the victim, who identified Gilbert through a photo lineup. Law enforcement officers found Gilbert on Sunday morning in Daytona Beach. Within 34 hours, we had this individual in custody. This is from Dayton Police Chief Jason Umberger. Gilbert was charged with attempted first-degree murder, using a firearm while under the influence of alcohol. That's the end of that one.
Is it for you? All right. This one's a fucking doozy. Where we at? Let me find it. Florida man bitten by an alligator then killed by police after charging deputies.
Yeah, that's the one that was. Yeah, that's the one that kept circulating.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
had like 4 or 5 pages.
Authorities say that Timothy Schultz, 42, of Mulberry, Florida, swam across an alligator-filled lake before a violent encounter with deputies in the neighborhood. Early on Memorial Day, a Florida man was bitten by an alligator as he swam across a lake, bleeding from the bite to his right arm, but undeterred, he climbed out, grabbed a pair of garden shears, and walked into a gated neighborhood, alarming residents, according to local authorities. Within minutes, the man, Timothy Schultz, 42, of Mulberry, Florida, was dead, shot by sheriff deputies after they say he charged them with the shears. Failed to be subdued by a stun gun and tried to grab either a shotgun or a rifle from the cruiser. God damn. The fact he was bitten by an alligator significantly and continued on his rampage was shocking, the Polk County Sheriff said.
Wow.
Said at the news conference on Monday. This is just crazy stuff, you know? It's got to be true. You can't make it up. In fact, Mr. Schultz had started acting strangely at least 2 hours before the fatal encounter in Lakeland, Florida. According to the sheriff's office, which pieced together the events leading up to his death using 911 calls and witness statements from residents of the neighborhood who tried to help Mr. Schultz in his final moments. Sheriff Judd also said Mr. Schultz had a lengthy criminal history, which he described as meth arrest. The events on Monday began before 6 a.m. when an employee at Racetrack gas station on Highway 37 called the sheriff's office to report a man inside who was acting bizarre, shaking and asking to call his son. Deputies arrived within 3 minutes and searched the premises until about 6:39 a.m., but the man, later identified as Mr. Schultz, had vanished. At 7:43 a.m., the residents of Polk County neighborhood called the sheriff's office to say that a man was in the lake known to have alligators in it, and that the man was treading water. One of the alligators, the man later identified as Mr. Schultz, had entered the lake near the gas station and began swimming toward Lakeland Court and a gated community, authorities said. It's a long swim, blah, blah, blah. Several people saw Mr. Schultz treading water, and one tried to throw Mr. Schultz a life vest, but he refused to use it. Jesus Christ. Another person who tried to help said that Mr. Schultz growled at him. Then Mr. Schultz, bloodied, emerged from the lake, crossing between houses, Sheriff just said. Witnesses told deputies he was trying to break into a vehicle and carrying a pair of garden shears. One of the persons said Mr. Schultz immediately charged at the deputies with the shears when they arrived. Deputies commanded Mr. Schultz to drop the shears. They twice tried to subdue him by discharging tasers, but according to the sheriffs, it had no effect. Then came the final escalation. Mr. Schultz climbed into the passenger seat of a sheriff's officer's cruiser and tried removing the shotgun from his holder. The authorities said at that moment the two deputies, including a trainee, opened fire, killing Mr. Schultz.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. He was bizarre, said Sheriff Judd. Our deputies by no way are going home safe tonight. Our deputies, by the way, are going home safe tonight. Mr. Schultz had previously been arrested on charges of possession of methamphetamines on April 16th. The authorities said he was released May 20th. He had just got out.
Damn.
My man was on a meth-fueled rampage.
A bender.
Yeah, he was on a rampage, nigga.
Couldn't hold it no more. Nigga went full cornholio.
Yeah. This nigga got bit by an alligator.
Are you threatening me?
It just climbed out the water like whatever, nigga.
Went to the cop car, tried to get the gun.
Yeah, nigga, they said they tased him twice.
That had no effect.
To no effect.
My last one for Florida man is dolphin killer. Florida man gets 30 days for killing dolphins. It
Damn.
says it starts out with somebody's statement. It says he knew the regulations protecting dolphins, yet he killed them anyway, once in front of children. This is federal prosecutor Adam Gustafson. Says that Florida fisherman Zachary Barfield, the 31-year-old charter and fishing captain, has been sentenced to 30 days in prison and a year of supervised release for shooting and poisoning bottlenose dolphins.
Damn.
Prosecutors say Barfield shot dolphins with a 12-gauge shotgun during outings from Panama City, killing at least one of them. One of the shootings happened in front of 2 elementary school-aged children, and another happened in front of multiple witnesses on a charter boat. Prosecutors say Barfield also poisoned dolphins in 2022 and 2023, probably killing many of them.
What the fuck was he on?
He was frustrated with dolphins, eating red snapper from the lines of his charter fishing clients. Oh, okay.
No, the Dolphins was better fishermen.
Yeah, it says the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Northern District of Florida said in a news release, he began placing methamyl inside bait fish to poison the dolphins that surfaced near his boat. Methamyl is a highly toxic pesticide that acts on the nervous system of humans, mammals, and other animals.
Maybe that shit, I need to get it for them raccoons.
Methamyl.
If them goddamn cats wasn't back there, I'd have been poisoning them raccoons.
NOAA, I don't know what that is, but Fisheries, Office of Law Enforcement, which led the investigation after receiving a tip, said Barfield poisoned up to 70 dolphins, which resulted in harmful impacts to the local population of bottlenose dolphins and likely resulted in multiple dolphin deaths. Barfield, who pled guilty to violating the Marine Mammal Protection Act and the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide, I never know that was a word.
Yeah, that's a hell of a word.
Was also fined $51,000. And that's the end of him.
You fucking with the Dolphins, baby.
Hey.
I like the Dolphins. He was hating because they was good fishermen.
Taking his fish.
They was letting them niggas do the work and coming and getting the fish off the line. They said,
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thanks.
You know, Dolphins smart as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that was a
smart as
plan.
They seen that shit happen and they was
I
like,
said,
oh,
oh,
that's what we doing.
watch this. We,
It's fecals.
yeah, Treacles.
one of them.
It confused me because my fecal is a Florida man too.
Oh, okay.
So I was looking like, wait a minute. Because I ain't got no melanated.
I don't have one this week.
Shout out to Kai. That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, brother.
For at least trying, attempting to do something.
Well, shit, I mean, they had a few day runs, so I mean, them streaming numbers went crazy.
Oh, yeah. But who else is doing that, though? Ain't nobody
Nobody.
really doing. Not even Mr. Beast. He ain't doing that shit. He gets a lot of influencers on his shit. He don't do
Not
nothing like that.
Yeah. All right, so how many figures you got?
I got two.
I'll go in between you. I got one.
So the first one is siblings. We're gonna find out where this is at.
Okay.
Looks like Florida. Brother gunned down by his younger teenage sister, and her friend while standing on the street.
Damn.
Says months after a 20-year-old man was shot and killed in Miami-Dade, Florida, authorities believe his younger sister was involved in the crime. Deasia Smith, 17, and Elton Hightower, 19, both faced the charge of second-degree murder with a deadly weapon in the death of Raekwon Smith. Raekwon Smith was shot on February 7th on Southwest, somewhere in Naranja Street in Naranja, with deputies arriving at the scene of the crime just before midnight. When they got there, they said they learned that the victim had been brought to a nearby hospital. He was later pronounced dead. Deputies said that through their investigation, they learned that Hightower and Deasia Smith had fired shots in the direction of Raekwon Smith, and that Deasia Smith possessed a firearm that was utilized in the homicide. The two siblings are listed as having had the same address in Homestead, Florida, while Hightower is listed as residing in Florida City. Says a criminal complaint revealed that investigators discovered the weapon while executing a search warrant at DH's house. According to the complaint, her mother and her sister both knew Deasia Smith owned the gun, but her mother told police that her daughter had purposely hid the firearm from her. A witness reportedly told police that he had a first-hand account of the shooting. He advised that the defendant, Elton Hightower, and the co-defendant, Deasia Smith, saw the victim standing on the side of the street and both discharged their firearms towards the victim and then fled the scene. Deasia Smith and Hightower were arrested on Wednesday. The former, it said the former was already in the nearby Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center on a charge of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. That's it.
You missed this shit, bro.
What happened? He jumped out the window?
No, bro. This is cops, right?
Yeah, I know.
You see that cop all fucked up?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish I could rewind this for you. Dude, he went to, the dude was running from him.
Yeah.
And crashed on the highway. Hit the wall. And the cop tried to grab him. And Buddy grabbed him and jumped over the highway onto the ground. And the cop got knocked out. Buddy got up and jumped the fence and took off.
That's crazy.
Damn, I can't rewind it.
Yeah. It sounds good. I find it on YouTube.
Man.
Because it's got to be one of them.
And they got on house shoes and everything. Oh, my God. He was in the middle of reading. I didn't want to tell you stop and look up. Oh, he about to get caught. That dog on his ass. Yeah, he's fucked up. He was on the ground face down, nigga, sleep. When you looked up, he had finally woke up and was like walking around. All right. This is we on Fecals, right?
Yeah.
Florida man kidnaps ex-girlfriend after placing tracking device in her car and shoving her in the trunk.
Trunk?
In the trunk.
That's such a scary place to be.
Yeah. A 21-year-old Palomito man is accused of kidnapping his ex-girlfriend. Deputies say Julian Germalo placed a tracking device on the victim's car before tossing her in the trunk. Germalo has been charged with carjacking, kidnapping, domestic battery, domestic violence, and installation of a tracking device. Deputies went to the home somewhere we don't need to know about and investigated a possible kidnapping shortly after 3:30 a.m. on Monday. According to Hillsborough County Sheriff Julian DeMilo, 21, used a tracking device inside of his ex-girlfriend's vehicle to track her to the residence. Deputies said Jamalio forcibly stole the victim's vehicle keys when she came out the home. He then forced the victim into the trunk of her vehicle and drove off.
Damn.
So he pushed her into her shit. Took her keys, pushed her into her trunk, and then took off. There you go.
Yeah, he did that.
Yeah, he did it. I watched it. Jamallo drove to the home Palomento, where deputies say he held the victim against her will. Shortly after, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office was notified about the ongoing investigation. Jamalio was stopped leaving his neighborhood with the victim in her vehicle and taken into custody. The victim sustained minor injuries.
Man.
A bunch of backstory shit. He is being held in Hillsborough County Jail because they think he did some other shit, so they're gonna put more charges on him.
Crazy.
Outside of just kidnapping this girl. But it was all caught on there was a video, it was caught on
CCTV?
The neighbor's camera.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Ring TV, like a
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the neighbor's camera. That's who called. Because the motherfucker looked out and was like, wait a minute. And then after they got there, they figured out that he had put the tracking device and all blah 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 blah. After they got a hold of him later on, but that's what called the neighbor called because she looked out there and saw on her camera the motherfucker getting kidnapped.
That's crazy. She didn't want to be next. She's probably jealous.
Not crazy as you look on you see some motion on your camera. You know I got cameras everywhere, so sometimes they always go off.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't
Oh, it's privy to look.
yeah, all the time. But like I always look first thing in the morning. First thing when I wake up first thing in the morning, I look back and recap all the cameras to all the random shit that happened at night. Imagine waking up and seeing the motherfucker getting tossed into a trunk at your neighbor's driveway.
Crazy. Like, do I say something?
Yeah.
I'm going back to sleep.
And I think she must have been looking at that in real time because she called the police like, "Hey,
This motherfucker.
this just happened."
Yeah. She probably one of those paranoid people.
Mm-hmm.
Up smoking her joint, watching the cameras. That's her shows.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. She's a good neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
State Farm was there.
State Farm is there.
My last one is Dr. Fauci.
That's right. You got it on another one.
Texas doctor who falsely diagnosed healthy patients to fund lavish lifestyle in a $118 million scheme is sentenced to 10 years in prison. This is kind of lengthy. It says a Texas doctor who falsely diagnoses healthy patients to fund his lavish lifestyle with private jets and luxury sports cars as part of a $118 million scheme, a healthcare scheme, was sentenced to a decade behind bars. Rheumatologist Jorge Zamora Quesada defrauded patients and insurance companies by purposely diagnosing people with rheumatoid arthritis despite them not having the lifelong and incurable condition.
That's that shit they was doing with prescribing chemo to cancer patients who didn't necessarily need chemo because the chemo companies was cutting the doctors in on the
profits.
Yeah. So like you might have cancer, my bad to cut the story.
No, you
but
good.
like you might have cancer where we can try light radiation or give
Right.
you them pills, but instead of that, I put you through horrific chemo because I get a cut.
Crazy.
And that's crazy. Because there's so many other ways that this could have been dealt with.
And now you ruined somebody's life.
Yeah.
Zamora Quesada, 68, masterminded the scheme out of his mission. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Texas office with the help of staffers who were abused and threatened by his status. The disgraced
dynamics.
Yeah, the disgraced healthcare provider led patients to believe they were suffering from chronic illnesses and they would pay unnecessary and costly treatments and testing that included a variety of injections, infusions, x-rays, MRIs, and other procedures. The regimens included the administration of toxic medications that had potentially harmful and even deadly side effects. Zamora Quesada also falsified medical records of his patients to secure insurance funds from providers by falsifying medical. And that's what it says, by falsifying medical. He defrauded $28 million from Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, and Blue Cross Shield. Other doctors in the Rio Grande Valley testified against Zamora Quesada during the 25-day trial, revealing the surprising findings when they treated hundreds of patients, believing they had RA. For most patients, it was obvious they did not have rheumatoid arthritis, one rheumatologist said. The dangerous treatments Zamora Quesada prescribed caused patients to develop debilitating side effects, including strokes, necrosis of the jawbone, hair loss, and liver damage.
Jesus Christ.
Other victims developed pain so severe that they were left unable to perform simple everyday tasks. Constantly being in bed and being unable to get up from bed and being pumped with medication, I didn't feel like my life had any meaning, one patient said. It said a mother compared her child to a lab rat with the amount of medication Zamora Quesada prescribed him.
That's crazy.
The corrupt caregiver used his position to hire foreign staffers who needed employment to remain in the country on their J-1 visas and wouldn't question his authority unless they risked being fired and deported, calling himself Eminencia or Eminence. Wow. Zamora Quezada built a work atmosphere of fear and authority. He would use his employees as models for ultrasounds that he would include as part of a fabricated missing patient's file if he were audited by an insurer.
Yep.
Thousands of patients' files were stored in a separate shed ravaged by rodents and termites, most documents covered in feces and urine.
Jesus Christ.
It says if he was questioned on missing patients' records, the doctor would order his staffers to make files appear. And this is the last little...
Yeah, fake them out. Make them happen.
Says he used the millions in takings to build an expansive real estate portfolio complete with 13 separate properties in the U.S. and in Mexico. Purchased a 2-engine plane and a Maserati Gran Turismo.
He wasn't playing.
It says Dr. Zamora Quezada funded his luxurious lifestyle for 2 decades while traumatizing his patients, abusing his employees, lying to insurers, and stealing taxpayers' money. His depraved conduct represents a profound betrayal of trust towards vulnerable patients who depend on care and integrity from their doctors. He was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud, 7 counts of healthcare fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to obstruct justice. He sentenced to 10 years in prison in order to forfeit $28 million, his real estate portfolio, his jet, and his Maserati. Dirty motherfuckers. And that's why they be like, motherfuckers be like scared to go to the doctor.
Hell yeah.
Motherfuckers like him.
You know, it's bad people everywhere you go, man.
Yeah.
And you cannot just trust someone's position to assume that they're not a filthy person.
Boy.
It's terrible smart people too, and they get in real good positions in life.
There's terrible smart people and there's just terrible people.
That's what I'm saying, but like it's, you know what I'm saying, there's terrible smart motherfuckers who can maneuver their way into good positions in life and just be terrible.
Like that movie, I Care Too Much.
The caregiver.
Yeah, I care. It's called I Care Too Much.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Taking all their properties, taking all their estates.
Yeah.
Putting them in crazy homes and shit, and she fucked with the wrong one.
Yep.
Little Peter Dinklage mama.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
Yep. Bullshitting.
Well, this one's Letters to Joe.
Letters to Joe. Real quick, prayers out to, got a couple loved ones who's got parents going through crazy cancer situations, so prayers out to them.
Yes, sir.
And then prayers out to Melvin, man. He back in the hospital.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, they took him back today. He oxygen levels dropped real low. They got him in there on forced oxygen, but he managed to get it back together and not have to be put on a breathing machine. So he's just in there for monitoring purposes right now. So prayers out to him.
Yeah,
Just prayers, you know, thoughts and prayers for loved ones and anybody else, people that's going through things.
Yeah.
Definitely got shit going on around these parts, boy. Stressed out to the max about certain people.
I got a lot of shit going on. So.
Man, stressed out to the max about certain people, man. I know y'all are too, man. So prayers to y'all people and our people and everybody people.
Yep, and everybody stay safe and keep your head up. Tomorrow's another day.
And go Pacers, man. Do your thing.
Go Pacers.
Do your thing tomorrow. Well, today, when y'all watch, when this gets uploaded.
Yeah.
They'll be playing this evening for when y'all get the hold of this. Man,
that's episode 192, y'all.
192, man.
Letters to Joe. Y'all take it easy.
We got to throw another good shindig for 200.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got
8 weeks.
Yeah, we got to call some people in. We got to get some people in. We got to at least get a couple more.
Hell yeah.
Couple more mics.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Definitely.
I say.
We ain't use Channel 4 in a minute.
Yeah, we ain't use Channel 4 in a minute. All right. Peace, y'all.
Peace.